Okay, hello, it's Professor Streeter, and in this video I am going to walk you through the D2L shell for our course. We'll start navigating it together and looking at some of the major components. That is the goal of this video, to help you do that. All right, so I'm going to show you the home page. Here it is. It looks like this. Always check the announcements. Keep up with the course by keeping up with the announcements. I hope you've already watched my Welcome to Ethics video, but here is some handy advice for how to get started navigating this shell, and that's what we'll talk about in this video, but here you go. There's lots of announcements. I will keep you informed that way. I'll also send you lots of emails, so you can answer most of your questions by looking at the announcements and in your emails. The first major section to start navigating is the content section. So click this tab on your screen, and you'll see that we've got an overview at the top. The overview, again, introduces me a little bit. There's a cartoon, a little bit about the goals of the course, some more videos, the Welcome to Ethics video that I hope you've already watched, the weekly tasks and expectations video that I hope you've already watched. And then if you scroll down, the syllabus is there in the overview. So there's a lot here in the overview section introducing you to the course. The course schedule isn't set up now, but once all of the assignments are given dates, you can scroll through here. The upcoming tab shows you what's due or what's been assigned recently. If you want to look at the full schedule of assignments and due dates, you click full schedule. That isn't fully set up right now, but it will be. Course information, if you click that, so under table of contents, the course information, there is a page here about me, tells you a little about me and another picture of me. The syllabus is also located here as a web page. A course calendar, and this is something I want you to look at carefully. This is my breakdown of by week, the topic of the week, and the readings and major assignments that are due that week. So if you read across week 1, this is what we're reading for week 1. Week 2, this is what we're reading for week 2. If you scroll down, I don't have all of the assignments listed here, but I do have due dates for like the rough draft of the first essay and the midterm and the final exam and the due dates for the final draft of the essays. They are on this course calendar, okay? So that's useful to look at just to get the big picture. Going back to course information then, I made a video about the textbooks. There's 2 books we've ordered. Here, if you click here, you can read the bibliographic information. You can order these books online or go to the college bookstore or order them from the college bookstore online. I think they're still delivering. You can also find these texts on Amazon if you can get a better deal. If you've got issues with the financial issues with purchasing or renting the books, you can apply for a foundation scholarship. Here's how you do it. And they provide financial support for textbooks, and that's a very useful resource. So I encourage you to use that. Okay. Anyway, so coming back here, how to navigate the course. There's a written description of some of the major components of D2L. You can read there if this video isn't working for you. Some information about the requirements, technical requirements and competencies for the class. Office hours, I encourage you to sign up for office hours. Here on this course information page is a link to my Calendly site. So it'll take you to my calendar. I haven't set that up yet, but it'll take you to my calendar, and you can sign up for a slot to meet with me on campus or to schedule a virtual Google Meet session, okay? So that's a great, that is a great resource. And sorry, that makes it easier for you, sorry, to schedule the time with me. And I really encourage you to meet with me individually this semester. And then there's some of the first discussion boards here. I'd like you to start introducing yourself. And so we'll talk about discussion forums in a moment. Down at the bottom, some frequently asked questions. and some information about academic honesty and plagiarism. We'll be writing a lot this semester, so it's important to know what plagiarism is, and important to remind yourself of the importance of academic honesty in your writing. Okay, so coming back up here then, that's the course information page. The weekly content page, if you scroll down, each week I've broken things down into the major assignments. And so this is week 1. The videos that I've made for you are here in the weekly overview. I will be, and so here is, and then if you scroll down, you'll see I break down the assignments and the goals and the tasks for the week. So and again, each week I encourage you to go to the weekly content page and just familiarize yourself with the goals and the assignments for the week. If you have any questions, you can email me. Okay, and if you scroll further down, there are links to some of the discussion forums here on the weekly content page. The first quiz, which is just a practice quiz, just a few questions to make sure that you know how to use the quiz function. The first homework assignment, which isn't due until September 25th. Okay, so I'm assigning it this first week, but it's not going to be due for a couple of weeks. Okay, so always make sure to scroll down to the bottom of each weekly content page to see if there's any extra resources, readings, or websites I've shared with you. That's where you'll find that content. Okay. If you scroll further down, so the weekly content goes through week 14. It's a 14-week class, then the final exam period. There's also a lot of handy academic resources here for you. Links to the library, to the writing center, where you can sign up for a virtual tutoring session to help with your writing. The Student Success Center, it's a link to other kinds of tutoring you can get virtually and on campus. Okay, if you have any questions about using D2L, this is a really good resource for figuring out problems with D2L, with this learning management system. Okay, if you need to talk to the Disability Services Office, here's a link. If you have any IT problems, there's a link to the help desk. You can communicate with them directly. So there's a lot of useful resources here on this shell for you. Student services, okay, so you can go through this on your own. I've shared some useful links that I'll talk to you about another time, okay? And then if I have extra readings that I think might be useful for some of your homework and essay assignments, I put them in this module, the extra readings, okay? So that's the content page. And as you can see in the week 1, okay, right away, I'm trying to get you comfortable with some of the assignments for the course. So the discussion forums, the quiz, and the homework. So let's look at some of those components and how to access them here on D2L. So if you go up to the top of the page, sorry for all the scrolling, discussions, that's a main part of the weekly work for this class. So reading and then going into the discussion forum. There's 3 of them. The class cafe, this is not graded, this is not part of your grade, just a chance to share any of your thoughts, post general questions about the class. You can get feedback from me, from your classmates, okay, anything at all you want to share a joke, tell a story, put it in the class cafe. The Monday feedback I talked about in the weekly tasks and expectations video. And here's a description of the forum, right? Each week I'm looking for a question, a comment, it can be short, just to see that you're thinking about the reading and you're sharing your thoughts. So that starts in week 2. And what you do to post here is you click the topic and it says post a question and a comment about the reading from the first or the second week of the class. You click start a new thread and you enter a subject, my thoughts for this week. That's up to you. And then you go into this box. Here's what I'm thinking about. Here's my question. Okay, So pose it in your own style, in your own words, obviously. Just want to hear from you each week. And then you go to the bottom and click post, and then it's there for everyone to read. Now, you can also go into the Monday feedback. If you find someone's thought or question interesting, you can reply by clicking their thread and clicking reply to thread. And wow, that was fascinating. And you can go on and give a reply or a response or sort of move the conversation forward, okay? And then click post. Just always make sure you click post. So that's the discussion. As I said, the Monday feedback is something that I encourage you to do each week, early in the week. That's why I call it the Monday feedback. And then the weekly discussions. Each week I will share a question for you, and by the end of the week, I want to see that you've gone into the discussion forum, written a paragraph response, and thought about what one of your fellow students has said and given a reply. So go into the weekly discussion forum a couple times, share your own view, and then reply to one of your classmates. That's on your own time, as long as you do it in the week that it's assigned. The first discussion is just an introduction, so I can start getting to know you and you can start getting to know each other. So some simple questions about you to share with us. Okay, and so we can talk about the other discussions in other videos. But that's an example of a discussion. Again, you just click the topic, and there's the description, and start a new thread. Same thing. Okay. So that's discussions. Each week there's the Monday feedback and the weekly discussion. And if you have something to share general, you can always go into the class cafe at any time. Again, you can access the discussions each week in the weekly content page. You don't have to go to the discussions tab here at the top, right? You can just, going back here, remember, you can go to week 1 and here it is, right? If you scroll down to week 1 content, there's a link to the class introductions discussion. There's a link to another discussion for the first week. And there is a link to the quiz and the homework. So you can access these folders and these topics in the discussion forum directly from the weekly content page, okay? But if you'd prefer, you can always go up to the tabs themselves. So the quiz is here. You can click quiz, and once you're in this, it'll give you the quizzes that are available. This one I'll preview for you. This is just a practice quiz to make sure you know how to use it. You'll get a screen kind of like this. It'll tell you when it's available, when it's due. They're not timed, okay, but there is a due date. You have 2 chances to complete the quiz, okay, and you just click start quiz and boom, you just get going. Okay, so there's just a few questions for this week. I just want to see that you are engaging with the quiz mechanism. You'll get credit for participating in the first quiz, and then the next ones will be graded in the normal way. You'll get credit for correct answers. Okay. All right. So that's a start. Finally, the end of this video we're coming near is assignments. There are homework and essay and quiz and exam assignments, and they're all here in the assignment folder. Here's the homeworks laid out, the essays and the exams. In order to submit them, you click the relevant folder, and well, this is not the student view, so it won't look like this. I'll show you that another time. Okay, so I've run out of time, but I hope you have a better sense of how to navigate the D2L shell and use the discussion forum and access the quizzes. And if you have trouble accessing the assignment folders and submitting your work to the assignment folders, please email me or contact me, but hopefully that will come up in another video. Okay, that's all for now. Bye.